venga por mí. Aquí lo espero en Miraflores. No se tarde en llegar, cobarde.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Season 3, episode 1, or episode uno. The pod boys are back. The boys are back. Welcome, bruh, to another episode, another season of
another year
politics. Another year. Happy New Year, bruh. Not to you guys, but the pod as well too, bruh. To our listeners, welcome to another year, man. And the
hell is going on, man?
Chaos.
Bro, we didn't even get a good 48 hours.
Bruh. Not even. And we got right into it, bro. Welcome to our listeners. I'm your co-host, man. Let's get the preliminary stuff out of the way. I am your co-host, Jeezy, along with my brother and my partner in politics, Manny. My brother, how are you doing?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you doing?
Brother, I'm doing well. I'm doing even better because on this episode, we rolled it right into the new year. We got our brother. He's back again. The king of chaos.
Brother Charles.
Brother Chuck, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Feliz Año Nuevo. My brothers.
Bro, in the words of Fred Sanford, bees and disease to you too, brother.
We'd also like to give a special welcome to all of our listeners in Venezuela.
Boy, if
in
you're
the
listening.
Caribbean.
Yeah,
South America.
Latin America. The Western Hemisphere.
Man.
Since we're taking over everything anyway.
Bro.
Just say what's on your chest, man. Say this.
I woke up. We're gonna get into it, and our listeners, I'm sure you already know the direction that this episode is gonna go in.
Up and stuck.
Bro, up and stuck. I woke up early Sunday morning. And for our listeners, that we have a newborn baby, so I'm getting up. It's about time for that 6 o'clock feed. 6 a.m. And if you're a dad that's present and active, you know that when you got to get up and you doing baby duties and stuff that early in the morning, you there, but you ain't there. You kind of on autopilot a little bit.
Yep.
And
autopilot.
I was waiting for the bottle to warm up, and as I'm sitting there waiting for the bottle to warm up, in the bottle warmer, I have my phone, and I checked my phone, and I just happened to go to CNN, and I looked and I seen that something had took place that my brain couldn't even process it. It said that the U.S. had captured and flown the president of Venezuela out of the country. And I said, hold on, bro. Wait. I must still be dreaming. What's that movie, Inception? I must be on the next level. Like I hadn't fully woke up yet. And I remember trying to process it. And I came downstairs at my in-laws' house, and I'm sitting there, and I immediately turn on the TV, and my father-in-law comes downstairs, and I'd say, hey, the U.S. just did XYZ. He couldn't believe it, and he sat on the couch next to me, and we both looked at the TV.
Just confused.
and I remember looking over at my father-in-law, and he put his head in his hand and just shook his head, and he said, what is going on?
Bro.
What is going on? So to our listeners, this is what we're going to be talking about today. This is what this episode is. This is going to be the introduction of Make America Great Again, the South America division. Or Make Venezuela Great Again. I don't know if MAVA, or I don't know how we'll figure out the merch.
Hey, that's
make oil consumption and drilling great again.
That's too long. I would like to welcome our new 51st state to the Union.
Bruh, this is Canada's fault.
If Venezuela gets statehood before Puerto Rico or Guam, well, no, we don't want Guam. Guam too far away.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico
Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands. Like what? I mean, I guess because Trump can't throw all the paper towels to that many people in Venezuela as he can in Puerto Rico.
He can't do Puerto Rico like that. Not Puerto Rico.
We
love Puerto Rico.
So you brought up how you found out.
Yeah.
This is how I found out.
Okay.
I was up late.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids went to bed. I'm just chilling. I'm scrolling Twitter, and I see a post that's X. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, X. Sorry, Elon. Scrolling X, and I see a post that somebody's like, "Oh, the U.S. has started striking Venezuela." I'm like, okay, that whatever. It's Twitter. It's 50-50 at best. Yeah. Keep scrolling. I see about 3 or 4 more other posts, but I don't see anyone significant say it. So I'm just like, whatever it is probably something real generic, just start of the year stuff, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'll see what happens in the morning. Well, I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, say good morning to my wife, grab my phone, look at CNN, and just like you, G's, confused. I'm like, we did what? Like it,
hella confused.
And I think for me, it's the fact that we did it. We did it with what sounds like flawless execution. Mm-hmm. And no one did anything about it. And I'm like, where were you? Where you were at your house? Like, how were we able to do this?
Well, we're going to talk about the press conference. Apparently, from Trump's understanding, he was held up in this heavily fortified military base that Trump's description is wild, bro. And we'll talk about it later. But Trump got I felt like I was watching my 5-year-old try to tell me about her day at school. I was like, yeah, this is so unclear and ill prepared from a grammatical standpoint. Trump is too old to talk that young.
When Trump, it's specifically scripts and speeches that Trump, you can tell Trump has a special hand in writing. This was one of those, and they are written almost as if somebody said, "All right, Donald, now you got to get 500 words before you turn this in." Yeah. And words just be flying.
Manny, I think you give him way too much credit. I don't think all of it is written. Well, I'm going to tell you what I think happened.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely vibes.
There are bold words in titles with bullet point reference points.
Pictures.
Because how do you go on the tangent that he goes on?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Gets off script if you're going off a written statement. Now, we know what part was written because he had his head down, facing the podium the entire time, focused.
That chin don't leave his chest.
and then once he hit that point of, okay, I'm tired of reading this, and he probably got dizzy. That's what it was.
Right.
When you
got that head down too long.
The head down too long. Exactly. Then he popped that head up from looking at that podium and that paper, and it was no holds barred.
He just said, "I'm gonna speak from the heart now."
He said, "Man, this is I can't do this. I can't do this." Trump is wild. We'll talk about the press conference a little bit more, but to our listeners, just to kind of give you a little bit of a foundation, early Sunday morning, before the sun came up over Caracas, the United States.
Early Saturday morning.
Yeah,
it was Saturday morning.
Oh, Saturday.
It was
Sorry,
Saturday
my
morning.
apology. My apology. Saturday morning, Operation Southern Spear, the phase of a broader intelligence and pressure campaign known as Operation Absolute Resolve, which we might have to stop using that name because I don't know if resolve is absolute. But this mission was cultivated in the capture of Nicolás Maduro, and we really just went into a whole nother nation. Took the president. Whether you think he's a legitimate president, and I know there's some conversation about that.
Depending on where you're listening from.
Yep.
Yes.
And brought him to the United States in a Nike Tech.
Yes, absolutely the Nike Tech. But I got to looking.
Go ahead, Manny.
They changed his outfit like 4 times.
I was about to say that. That's where I was going, because the very first pictures and video, I guess on the tarmac or wherever, when they first got to safety, he had a blue hoodie on.
Yeah.
He had a blue hoodie on and some dark pants.
Why the costume change?
Hey.
He got a mean overnight bag.
Spin the night bag.
Bruh.
Spin the night bag is tough.
Look, the spin the night bag. But look, the crazy part about it is that, the stray that got caught was his wife, though, bro.
Bruh.
She caught him, bro. She caught a mean stray. And we'll talk about it when it comes to the first appearance that they had in court today. But she caught hella stray.
She's just chilling.
Bro, they done crack ribs.
Broke her ribs. Like, she's hurt. Beat up on her face. Like,
bruh,
come on, y'all.
She ain't got nowhere near the costume change. I ain't seen her with a bottle of water.
Bruh,
they're doing her dirty.
Super dirty.
Went into Venezuela and really legit went in and got him. And, Trump had his press conference and they talked about how the execution of this was flawless. I will say this from this standpoint. Given this administration and the amount of just fumbling that has taken place, I am impressed that this did not get leaked on Signal. I'm impressed.
do you think Pete knew?
Oh, they definitely, bro.
He knew 15 minutes before it happened. He ain't had time.
Yeah, they definitely they told Pete, or if they did, they told him they waited until he had a couple of them drinks in him.
Well,
and
you look
kind of told him in passing, he don't remember.
If you looked at him during the press conference, like he got up there, he was just kind of saying words. Like
right.
it was just it was just rhetoric, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like he legit may not have known.
The picture in the situation room, he looked like he was not a part of the conversation. He just got invited in there when things started happening. Hey, I need you to come in here so you can see what's going on.
Hey, log on to X.
Yeah.
And tell me what they saying about Venezuela on X.
Right.
Which is what, and to that point, since we're on the situation room, Donald John Trump.
Not John.
Donald John. Wants to be Barack Hussein Obama.
Bruh,
so bad.
So bad.
So bad.
It is nuts, bro. It is nuts.
And you know what?
He doesn't like the love. He's jealous and envious of the love that Obama receives, and he wants that. We all know the reality TV star, the movie actor. Like he wants to be seen. He wants. He longs for that affinity and affection that Obama receives, and he tried. To your point, man, he definitely longs for that.
But here's where I push back. I don't think he longs for it. I think he gets it from the mega groups.
He wants it from everybody, though.
I think this thing with him and Obama goes all the way back to that White House Correspondents' Dinner. Because you know us.
Obama had the whole room laughing at him.
You know us. We are all prone to at least one joke too many. That one Obama
had about 5 that night.
At least.
Had about 5 that night.
But see,
from that moment, it was on. It was on.
The supervillain was born.
It was at that moment.
But here's where, and I completely agree with you. But here's where I give my point of he's longing for the Obama effect of love. Before he ran for president, especially in the hip hop community, Donald Trump's name
the streets love Trump.
The streets love him.
Yeah.
He doesn't get that same level of love anymore. Obama has replaced him.
Yep.
I mean, and that's why I say that level of love. It's not so much acceptance. He doesn't care about being accepted.
Yeah.
He just wants to be seen as looking good or feeling like I'm the man.
Yeah.
And for Obama, a lot of the love and fanfare, that's the word.
Yep.
Forget love. It's the fanfare.
Yep.
And that's what his issue is. He's not receiving that level of fanfare.
The old pomp and circumstance.
Pomp and circumstance, yes, sir. Delusions of grandeur.
So you definitely know that in this moment, he had to make this as bigly as it possibly can to make the moment. And again,
flawless execution.
From what I can see, and I have to be honest, flawless execution, no casualties, no loss of assets. Got in and got out, from what I understand, and was able to bring him in and brought him in with no casualty. They didn't have to. From what it looked like from his first appearance today, no physical injuries, safe and sound. They really scooped him up and brought him over to the U.S.
And since we're hailing praise, I completely agree. And this is maybe the second major military operation where there has been a resounding show of the might, the force, and the technological superiority of the U.S. military. We go back to Iran. Manny brought this point up, and I'm going to save the in-depth of it for later. But I'm with y'all. I have to tip the hat of the flawless execution of this operation.
There are a lot of people scrambling right now.
Yes.
Like not and I'm not just talking about like Venezuela. Yeah. Like Russia is scrambling, China is scrambling, Taiwan is scrambling, Iran is lots of people. Everyone is scrambling right now except the US.
Yeah.
But they look around and everybody, all these other countries look around and say, hey, look, check everybody. Because I was impressed when, they were talking about they had a team that was inside of Venezuela for months that knew his every single location, knew his tendencies. I mean, Trump, and I laugh because Trump says stuff and it's just comical, but when he talked about it being like watching a TV show, yes.
Yeah.
Flawless.
This was Homeland.
Yeah, exactly.
This was an episode. In fact, I didn't speak on it as y'all did, but I was a bit late because for some reason my body was like sleep from that Friday night to Saturday. So I slept a little later than I normally do. Yeah. So when I woke up, the conversation had already started in our group chats and I was playing catch up, but it reminded me of an episode of Homeland. And if you never watched the show Homeland, it's about the CIA and their infiltration and their spying and pulling off clandestine activities of this nature. And it was just preparing for this episode, reading up on some of the happenings of the operation. And like Jeezy said, they had someone on the inside who could tell you what Maduro was eating, how he was moving. And they were saying over the past couple of months, they had drones flying over Venezuela. So if he moved, they knew where he was. They knew.
Right.
They knew.
Wild.
There was no question about his location, his activity. Like, it's crazy.
There are two groups of people that I don't want doing in-depth research on me. The federal government and 50 Cent.
Right.
I just don't want it to happen. Like,
hey, look, 50 gonna have that recon now.
Bro, he gonna have the recon. And they just knew everything.
Yeah.
And I think where I end up being the most shocked was, again, that nothing leaked. Like, nothing even kind of leaked. When we bombed Iran last year, it had been leaked out. Well, it came from Trump himself. But even before, it had been hit. Like, hey, the U.S. might consider doing this. I don't remember ever seeing, hearing, thinking about something like this occurring.
Yeah.
Well, I have a theory on that.
Uh-oh. Is it our first one of the episode?
No. It's okay. Because it's part of the context, and I guess it can move along the conversation. But I truly believe the visitors that Maduro had that Friday. So I'm not sure if listeners know, but there were a Chinese delegation that had visited Venezuela and had gifted Maduro some items and different things. And there was a meeting and the conversation happening. The details of that conversation we don't know. It's been theorized that it was to further usher along a potential deal between Venezuela and China and to lock some things in. So I think this operation was always on the table, but I think that meeting moved up the timeline. And in that, they said, oh, no, let's go now. Yep. Because for them to pull this off merely hours after that meeting, not days, not weeks, but merely hours, meaning as soon as they knew about that meeting and there was video and pictures of that meeting that got broadcasted on state TV in Venezuela. So just as soon as that information was gone, I believe that's when, hey, let's move. Because think about it, to get all these moving parts in place, as soon as they found out about, which I'm sure they knew about the meeting as soon as it was put in motion.
Yeah.
Let's get everything in place as soon as they're gone to avoid a major conflict with China.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go ahead and do it. And I think you're 100% right, Chuck, because I think that it was mentioned in the press conference that before the press conference, that Trump had gave the green light to do so earlier, several days before this. So I think once they caught wind of that meeting, he was like, look, let's do it. Let's go ahead, set everything in motion. Once they get out, let's go in, do what we got to do, and make the stance. And I think that, while everybody has looked and talked about the might of the U.S. military in doing this, one thing that I thought of is, surely if they had this amount of intel and wanted Maduro, they didn't have to go to the length that they did with what their presence was on in sea, on land, in air. And then I thought about it. I believe Manny mentioned it in the group. This wasn't just all about getting Maduro. This was making a statement.
Oh yeah.
This was making a major statement like, hey, look, no, we not playing around.
I think, I do think it was going to take all this. Actually, no, you're right. It was going to take all that. I think Trump was really hoping they were going to take the high route. I think he tried to give Maduro enough room to just be like, just come on, just give up.
You know what happened when Maduro stood out there, as we played at the beginning of this episode. I was like, come on, don't take too long to get me, coward. Okay,
I'm here. All right.
You talking about don't take too long? I'm already here. Hello.
I'm in your living room. Oh, did you know you're out of chocolate milk?
Bruh.
There were reports that part of this was that Trump felt insulted because Maduro was dancing different events and different things, and to that Trump baby, you cowards,
out here having big fun.
Oh, you dancing? You happy?
Look, and I seen the video. He hit the Trump move too. Only one person hit the Trump.
Don't hit the Trump.
He hit the Trump, bro. And when he hit the Trump said, "Yeah, no, you playing with me now.
You gotta go.
Playing in my face, yes, sir.
Playing." Bro, they said that Trump was not having it, but I think that, just the processing of this has been wild, because from a global perspective, I think everybody had at least a moment where everybody was like, "But did the U.S. really just do this?
What? What just happened?"
Like,
what?
The way you talk about it, it seems like it's not that major, but it's like, nah, brother. Like, this is pretty crazy.
It's not like Venezuela. Like Venezuela's down.
Yeah,
but it's not like they are a complete war torn country.
Yeah,
correct.
Like we went and
we went and picked him up.
I
brought him
leaders
in the Trump said it, brother. This kind of gets us into the press conference because we're tiptoeing with some of the details that Trump said, but Trump said that when they went and got him, they turned out all the lights.
All the lights.
They
turn them off.
Venezuela went black. He said,
turn them off.
We got technology of things that we could do. And I seen online, there was a Venezuelan influencer, and he was like talking, and he was on his phone, like FaceTime, I guess whatever, social media, live or whatever. And like literally,
lights going out.
Like he's in the middle of the street and it's dark, like pitch black, and then you just see, the flashes from the bombs and all that stuff just going on. And I was like, no, Trump ain't lying. They really like cut the city off.
So in my research, I told y'all I was in my bag on this one. There is reports that we have helicopters that can not only jam communications, but also interfere and I don't want to say disconnect, but interfere with the power structure to turn the power off. So those helicopters flew in, the the jets, shooting the missiles to bomb, and then they're saying that they flew a lot of the jets because I think they said it was like 150 different aircraft.
Wow,
a lot of the jets were to mask the sound of the helicopters coming in, which I would believe those were the helicopters who were interfering with communications and as well as with the power to turn the lights out. On top of the ones that, because you don't need 150 to hit
really
hit different spots that they hit. With the different military installations, like the level of this is, as we said earlier, is immaculate. It's insane to think about what was used to execute this operation.
From a civilian standpoint, can you imagine? Is that 1:30 in the morning? You just getting up to go get something to drink from the fridge, get that late night bathroom run. You hit that light switch and nothing happens. And then you just hear and then the light for about, I don't even know. Did they say, Chuck? Did they say how long the operation took to get them in, get in, get out?
No, but I'll look it up and see.
Okay, whatever time you heard all that going on, and then next thing you know, you just hear and the power come back on. You like, oh, what happened? Oh, nothing. U.S. just came and just got the president and took
they just kidnapped the president. What?
Yo, wild. That gotta be a wild experience.
The U.S. really just be showing, and to a degree, we really just be showing out sometimes. Like
as my grandma would say, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that.
If there is one thing that you can believe, that I will bet on 1,000% of the time, it is when Donald Trump says something about the capabilities of the U.S. military. That shit is the truth. Take that shit to the bank. In fact, you should probably assume 5 times as bad as that.
I want to know who put the plan together, because the execution was amazing. I didn't think that there were people. We talked about his confirmation. We talked about, the people that he had in position. Clearly, somewhere behind the scenes, the right people are in the right place.
Yes, for sure. So, from what I was able to find, the active assault and extraction phase lasted approximately 2.5 hours, about 150 minutes from start to finish.
Hey, nah, bro.
That was quicker than that. That was quicker than the Harry Potter movie.
Bruh, that's top tier.
top tier. You go in.
We've taken longer to execute a mission on Call of Duty.
Facts.
Bruh.
To go in, cut the power, do everything you need to do, land, grab him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
No, but at 2.5 hours, they didn't just grab him.
Oh no. Definitely not.
That place doesn't have a single device left in it.
Yeah, they went through and ransacked and snatched up and grabbed and
grabbed the place clean.
Sure. Yeah,
and let them get that Nike Tech out the closet.
Right. Let them
they had that on the plane, bro.
Hey man, the disrespect. I've seen criminals where a lot worse who have been charged with far less. And he get a Nike Tech.
He get a Nike Tech. Look, man,
Nike Techs ain't cheap.
They ain't cheap. Me and Manny looked at we were looking at the price of them. I was like, yo, he got fitted up like this,
bro.
To come over here? Oh no, bro.
Who was it that said that it was Nike trying to fight back this whole new push for the quarter zips,
bro? Hey,
Nike, put him in this.
Nike missing out on a marketing opportunity, bro. I would have been on it, bro. Somewhere you got to spend this. Somewhere you got to spend it.
Hey, good enough.
And
maybe,
maybe how you spin it is not in the U.S. market,
bro. Hey.
Once again, Nike, our services are available.
Hey, just saying.
We're just here, y'all. Come on.
Yep. But getting to Trump's press conference. So, for one, I was driving back home from Christmas vacation, and I'm like, oh, perfect. You know, this will be good to watch. It's coming on at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I can put it on in the car and listen. Trump took about 50 minutes before he came out. So that
it wasn't 50 minutes. It was about 35.
That man was in the car on a drive with two little ones, as you should know, Manny.
Bro,
you know what?
Keep a close eye of the time.
I watched that.
Never
mind. I
digress.
I remember because I felt like my elders, bro. I literally was sitting there tapping my foot because the car was on cruise control. I was tapping my foot like, hurry up. Look, I was doing that Sonic the Hedgehog when you ain't playing the game and the controller just sitting there. Yeah. I was tapping that foot. I'm like, yo, and I think I said it in the group. I'm like, maybe, or Manny, you might have said it. I'm like, maybe there's an extra development or something. Maybe, no, he came out and Trump, goes and gets in his bag and start talking. And, Trump talked about the competency of the military. And the first thing that he said right off the bat was this was probably the greatest military execution since World War II, I believe he said.
Bro, and that's a hell of a jump.
Bro, I said 2026. Let me carry the 5. I was like, yo, that's
that far,
bro. Like that's a lot of years, bro.
Like we ain't do nothing.
We ain't did nothing since then. I was like, bro, hold on, maybe
not Desert Storm, not Vietnam.
I know I done seen something.
Bro.
You definitely know he wasn't gonna give Obama credit for going in and get Osama.
Oh, bro, that won't about to happen.
I mean, I would have even thought that he would have given credit to himself for one of his operations in the first term.
Yeah,
because going all the way back there is crazy.
Well, I think that what I learned from that first line that he said, I should have known that was setting the stage for what this press conference was going to be, because he went on to talk for about an hour long, and bro, the amount they got to stop letting Trump speak. Either that, or they have to tell. Well, they can't tell him because Trump gonna do whatever he want to do. I think he just got to stop talking. He started giving the details, and I'm like, okay, he's reading. And when he, you can always tell the Chuck point when he get it that bold word. Mm-hmm. He says it, and then he looks up, and he tilts that head to the side a little bit.
Said, "Look for effect."
Bruh, he lets it go. And he just starts talking. And I'm like, at one point in the press conference, he started talking about the Somalian people in Minnesota. I said, bruh, how we get from
How they catch a stray?
They caught a mean stray. Then he said something about Maduro was going to be going from Venezuela up to New York. He said, but then maybe to Florida or Miami. I said, well, Miami is in Florida. Bro, what are we talking about?
Hold on. I got to throw Trump some bail on this one. Miami technically is in Florida, but Miami is a whole other entity
whole new world
in itself.
That's real.
Whole new world.
That's real. That's real.
Whole new world, bro.
But he got in just for an hour, and I'm thinking like, Trump, this is a moment, right? Mm-hmm. You've executed something that we can say was pretty flawless. Keep it short and sweet. Sing the praise and let the experts talk. He got up there for an hour just going crazy, and then he handed it off to lap singing Larry. Bruh, Pete Hegseth, bruh. Jesus. I ain't never heard a man just sing the praises of another man
immediately.
I mean, bro,
all the time.
My God. Like, Jesus.
That's some dignity.
Man, wipe your chin. God, dog. I'm like, yo, he is literally, I mean, and Trump just saying, he does that thing when he puts that nose up in there, he eating it all up. Trump is like, he love it. And I guess that's what Pete got to do to keep a job. But we never really got any true expert to talking to I believe the general got up there.
Kane, general. Yep.
Yeah, Kane. Yeah. I was like, finally, somebody to talk about this with some decency that I can understand, because all that other crap, I can't funnel through. I don't speak 5th grade English.
Not when it comes to complex military operations.
No, like, bro, don't talk to me like we on the episode of Maury. Like, bro, talk for real.
And the test determines,
bro.
My two favorite moments during this press conference was first when Donald Trump is going through, he says, and we are going to be running Venezuela. The way I looked over at my wife and clearly gave the John Avery Uncle Phil, we.
Hold on, man. You got to give the right emphasis on that, brother, though. You can't just say it in that fashion.
Right.
When Trump speaks in such nature, you have to have the right vigor.
Okay.
I got you, brother. I got you.
Chuck, did you click that sound button when you click share?
Not. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
On the play.
All right, so we got to pause.
I forgot how to use. I forgot how to use Zoom after all these years. Pardon me. All right.
Sir.
I did it right this time, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Okay, I got to run it back. Hold on.
Good old Donald.
Promising to put the South American country under temporary U.S. control.
So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Trump said
the teeth moved on that judicious.
That was that bold word.
The denture shift. Judicious.
And then he looked up.
Bro, but to your point, Manny, when he said that run, I'm like, what do you mean?
We're not running America.
Bruh.
And if you look back at Marco Rubio, he does a real quick head turn like this is breaking news to him as well.
Yo, Marco Rubio,
hardest working man in the administration.
Because, bro, how many job titles does this man have? That he is working around the clock. We ain't seen him with his family in at least a year.
He's got at least 4. So he's Secretary of State. He's the acting National Security Advisor. He's the acting Administrator of USAID. He's the acting U.S. Archivist. And I guess as of this weekend, he is now the acting president of. I'm sorry, he's not the
president. He's the acting czar, Venezuelan czar of economic, political, and human relations. We're making up a title for him because all Trump said was this team made up of Marco Rubio and others will handle. What are you talking about, bro?
Handle what?
About?
Like, and my thing is, what was the purpose of you going to snag him? Because you say they talk like his regime. They talk like it's
this is where you hit my second favorite moment of this entire press conference.
Bro,
and that's
the Dave Chappelle moment.
And that's when Trump just told us what he was there for. He's like, we're here for the oil,
bro.
Like, we bring in
the
the
oil,
companies,
the natural resources, the minerals.
We're coming for all of this. Y'all can do what you want, but we're running this. We gonna get paid. Y'all get some benefit. So
we'll give y'all a little something.
Look, they'll give out some of the same party splits that we got in college. They're like, hey, y'all going to get 10%. We going to take 90. That's after we cover costs. And it's
that's the good old college party. Oh, y'all can get the door, but we gonna get the bar.
We gonna get the bar.
And you got to pay the DJ. And you got to pay security. But you can have the door.
You can have the door.
Nah, bro. Venezuela, the way he padded it up, it was so funny because, one thing about Trump can't lie but for so long.
Right.
He can't lie for so long. He started out a smooth 5 minutes. What he's done to the people of Venezuela is not right, and we're not going to stand for it and let it happen, and they deserve better. And we want that oil and them natural resources. But we'll make sure that y'all are taken care of. But no, we want.
We really want the oil.
We really
want that oil.
They owe our oil companies money, and
it's
we're gonna
ours.
Let them come in. It's ours,
bro. And I think me and Manny talked about it in the group. We were talking, and I'm like, so how much oil does Venezuela really have?
A lot,
brother.
Bro, I looked at the chart and I said, "Oh my God,
oh brother,
oh my God,
yes, sir.
This is wild." I believe they are number one.
They are number one.
They are number one.
They have the largest oil reserves in the world.
And I think next to number two was Saudi
Arabia has about 50 million less barrels, 50 million barrels or whatever, however they measure it, less. But here's the interesting thing about that. It's the type of oil they have.
Yeah.
They have that. They don't have that sweet crude that we have off the coast of Texas and the Gulf. They have that heavy crude.
Yes, sir.
Which is what most of our refineries are built to handle.
Yep.
Which is stupid. Because why wouldn't you build to what you can readily get your hands on instead of what is just cheap? Because there's transport. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm gonna let them cook.
You're being too logical, my brother.
Sorry. I do that.
Well, from what reports said, even with the oil that Venezuela has, they have not, done anything with the oil that they have nearly to the number or the extent of how much oil they have. And I believe that they have not even taken care of, the pipes in over 50 plus years. So the amount of money that will have to go into doing this is, I believe it. I think I see a number 53 billion. It might have been or something of that nature.
And I think that's on like a low number. Yeah,
I'm gonna say they don't care because
they'll make that back in the first year. Yeah,
like I think Exxon a couple years ago had like 30 billion in net profit. Yeah, not gross, net profit. And Venezuela is one of the founding members of OPEC. So yeah.
They'll be fine.
We'll spend that. Yeah, we'll spend that.
Their tears I will cry. There are rich people tears that I will cry from time to time. This is not a set of rich people tears that I will cry.
No, sir.
Bro, but to Manny's point, I'm glad that he was honest and said this is what this was for. Because
we knew
they tried to paint it up to say that, hey, you know, we're going in because he had this indictment in New York in 2020 for being with narco terrorism conspiracy, and we're gonna bring him over, you know, for that because he's a fugitive. But that indictment had like 5 or 6 people. You just grabbed him and his wife. They didn't try to grab the son. No one else. So it led them to say, okay, they're painting as if this was a law enforcement operation, but the oil is the key.
and what's funny about that is, what was that, 2023, where he went on that rant about Venezuela was on the verge of collapse when I was president. Now Biden has allowed them to, you know, revive a little bit, but had I still been in office, you know, they would have been completely collapsed and we would have been able to go in and take over. It was about the oil then.
Bruh.
So, you know, although there are other things that, you know, could be said about this, it's oil amongst other things.
Jeezy, if you wouldn't mind.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
Here we go. So, I did some research as well.
Okay.
Do you know who is the largest buyer of Venezuelan oil?
I'm going to throw out there India.
It is not India.
Okay.
Who is it, brother?
It's China. Guys, welcome to my newest conspiracy theory about how these things are going to get greasy over the next couple months. Everyone.
Double.
Daily double.
So apparently what China gets from Venezuela equates to about 4 to 5% of what China gets, and its needs for oil. That's a lot. That's a lot of oil, and they were getting it from Venezuela at a discount. To a point, guys. You're just gonna have to follow me. We're going on a ride. We're going all these different places.
Let's do it.
To a point that Chuck said earlier, and I want to circle back on that, is China has been utterly embarrassed by Donald Trump again. From the standpoint, now Trump has cut off some of his access to the natural resources. He's pushed out another ally in the region, in Venezuela, to a degree. But again, when we talk about the tech level, Venezuela had a fair amount of Chinese tech, from my understanding, much in the same way that Iran did.
Oh, wow.
If that holds to be true, then this is the second time in 6 months that we have just gone over and really just stunted on Chinese tech. Over to you, Chuck.
Well, let's make this a triple double.
I'm about to say
triple double.
We're going for the hat trick, double. Manny, I thought you was going to steal my thunder, but you're on the right track, my brother.
Hey.
Okay.
And that Chinese delegation meeting, yes, was about oil. But what is the next big thing coming in the world? What is the issue that we're dealing with now? And it hasn't blown majorly, but China has stopped their tech companies from buying chips from NVIDIA.
Yep.
And developing their own.
The battle for Taiwan.
And what people don't talk about, because it's not largely developed, is the lithium reserves that are in Venezuela. And it is reported that Venezuela's lithium reserves potentially rivals what they call the established lithium triangle of Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile, which they have almost 50%.
I thought it was
of
up
the
there.
world's lithium reserves. So if Venezuela has a large amount, a vast amount of lithium that could rival that, plus the oil, because we're in the AI age. We're in the chip age, and part of that stopping or forbidding the companies to buy from NVIDIA is because if you have not tried to buy a computer here lately, or you need one, might want to hurry up, because
Them RAM prices
for computers
going wild.
are going crazy because RAM prices are going wild, and part of that is because of this chip manufacturing, and a lot of these companies are moving to supply these AI companies pushing AI. So the more AI you need, the more memory capacity, RAM capacity you need.
There's from my understanding, there's a higher financial return for producing AI chips than it is RAM chips. Yes. So with all of these manufacturers just saying, hey, we're done. We're going over here to AI chips to make this money. Now we're seeing the downfall.
All of the companies are moving to the utilization of AI. There's forget the big players, forget the Walmarts, the Amazons. We know what they're going to do with AI. And that's going to be a
disaster.
Wealth. I mean that too, but from a financial standpoint, it's going to be a wealth of money. But there are smaller companies utilizing AI so they don't get left behind. To put you in a little bit of my personal business on the work front, my company, I helped roll out one of our AI customer service platforms before our holiday season, and I've had a meeting with my owners who want to delve a bit deeper. So I've been tasked and put in charge of refining our AI utilization. That's money. I was talking with my operations manager today, and we were trying to figure out how to cut costs because it was going to cost us almost $10,000 for 1 month of service. So for a small business, if it's running us those numbers, to use a service, because it's not even our own proprietary technology. We're using a company service who
they do this for people.
They do this for many small businesses. So, yeah, that's my hat trick on that. It's more than the oil, folks. It's definitely not about the people of Venezuela. Number one, Trump doesn't care about them.
No.
Number two, our track record of regime change is basura.
Basura.
Run the numbers. Look at the history. It's trash.
Yep.
Hey, if at first you don't succeed,
what's the definition of insanity?
I mean, I didn't say we were going to get new tactics when we were going to try to do this, but
we got new military technology though. That's what we have. That's where we did improve.
And I think some of this is going to be interesting watching it play out with the current Venezuelan government, who's now being run by the vice president. And how do you run a country after the U.S. has come out and said, "Hey, we run you guys"?
Well, see, to that, here's my thought process on that. And we heard what Trump said. If you don't work with us,
we got round two for you.
You can get it worse than he did.
But when he said that, I thought about, well, there is no open indictment on the vice president who's now been sworn in as the president. So then what legality will you stand on to go do what you did to Maduro?
Well, I was going to save this as we go a little further and start talking about the Maduro's arraignment today and entering his plea. But Trump don't care about legality.
I was like, when does that matter? Since
He don't care. He don't care.
We're definitely.
I'm thinking in the realm of logic.
Yeah, man, we're definitely.
Here we go again. but to something we briefly glossed over earlier, the legal nature of international law on this.
Yeah.
There are many of countries who are on the side of condemning this. Mm-hmm. And of course, who we expected, China, Russia, there's a bunch of others I'm pretty sure who have not spoken out as loudly and as largely in regards to condemning this. But there's many in the international circles saying that this was illegal.
Yeah.
You took a sovereign leader, some recognizing him, some not. Mm-hmm. He was the sovereign leader, went in, violating UN treaty because you were not at war. You did not have a UN resolution, and you definitely didn't have permission. So how you gonna just go in like that's you walking in my house, come take me and my wife out, and you ain't got no warrant. No, you just
no
nothing. I'm gonna just walk in your house. I'm gonna pop up on your block and take it over. What?
They even asked, like, well, why didn't you, go to Congress about this? And Trump was like, but they leaked stuff. We can't.
Like,
we can't wait for them.
But isn't that what you're supposed to do? They talk too much.
Technicalities.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We're very much ready, fire, aim.
And you know what's interesting to me in this, and it's not being talked about as much. You had FBI and DEA agents arrest him. It wasn't the military who went in and cuffed him. It was FBI and DEA agents who, after they did everything clear, it was those federal agents who went in, arrested him. If you look at the pictures, those were DEA agents in there.
And, and then so now that makes a whole lot of this make sense. And why something I said earlier is now not going to play. So because these charges, and I guess we're talking,
we can head that direction.
Yeah, are we heading to the case?
Yeah.
So one of the arguments that was floating around that they thought he was going to use is that we're here in New York in a civilian court, but I was not arrested by police. I was arrested by the military. But if that's true, then he was arrested by the FBI, which is technically civilian in this case, because the full play out of that was that because I was arrested by the military, this is a military affair. This is not a civilian affair, and since it's a military affair, I'm the president of a country. And I have immunity. Yep. So that now makes sense. The combination of that statement with the FBI being the ones who actually put cuffs on him, also with the change in tone and how we've seen the officials start to refer to Maduro, never really calling him president anymore. It's all he was a guy.
Which makes sense. While he was there on his first appearance today, he kept making it a notion to state that I am the president of Venezuela.
Yeah.
And to that, I told you I got it in my bag. So the U.S., the last time the U.S. recognized him as the president of Venezuela was in 2013. In 2019.
When he came to power?
When he first was elected, yes. In 2019, the Trump administration, Trump 1, did not recognize him. And that continued with the Biden administration not recognizing him as the president because they felt the irony in this, particularly for the Trump administration, that his election was fraudulent and his win was fraudulent. Yeah.
Hey.
But it takes one to know one.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Sometimes you need experts, man.
So in that, that's part of their argument. And to your point, Jeezy and Manny, his counterpoint is, I'm a sovereign leader. I have sovereign leader immunity. And I was reading up on this through the New York Times, and this guy named, I want to say it's Charlie Savage or Chuck Savage, and he was talking about how people are going to start trying to draw the comparison to the arrest and capture of General Manuel Noriega. Back in '89 in Panama. Slight difference, though. The Constitution of Panama called for a president. Noriega was not recognized as the president. He was a general who was calling shots via a coup. There was actually a sitting president. Although they say that he fraudulently was president because Noriega and his henchmen beat up the person who really won and told them, hey, don't show up here or else. Right. And so they didn't show up. But then when the U.S. went in and captured him, they immediately swore in the guy who they wanted as president of Panama. But the drastic difference is we have a military base and had a military base in Panama. I hear the stories all the time from my uncle, how he served and was stationed in Panama in the early 80s. So, and I hate this phrase, but I have to say it. We had boots on the ground. And
yes.
Those trail rides have made me hate that phrase.
Right.
But and that was a longer operation to get him in that fashion. In this one, although we may not have recognized him as president, the country operated as Maduro as president.
Yep.
He was recognized in Venezuela as president. So regardless of what you may have felt about it or thought about it, the people and the constitution of that country operated, acknowledged him as such. So it's going to be a shaky ground. What's interesting to me is this is not going to be a quick process.
Oh, bro, no, not at all.
When they said that they weren't going to be back in court until March, I said, oh no.
Forget that. Just the overall arcing nature. But whoever he hires and gets as his lawyers, they're going to throw challenge after challenge after challenge. This is going to run up to the Supreme Court.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it's going
to be a mess because you even think about not even just discovery. The amount of the amount of discovery you got to go through is wild. Like, bruh.
And I also found out that I think you mentioned earlier about the first indictment, and that was in 2020. There was a second indictment done, what they call a superseding indictment, that was altered just a bit to include his wife, because his wife was not included in the first one.
Oh, okay.
But there were a few people who were captured who were part of that first indictment in 2023 and one last year, and they took plea deals.
Got some guns.
Got some.
Why still?
Slack. So those individuals will play a major factor in this as well, I believe, because, with the indictment, it states how, he was they tried to position him as the head of a cartel. Yeah. And in conjunction with a group out of Colombia. But what's baffling to me is this is not going to stop drug trafficking.
It's not. Nope. And I think that's why they gave up I think that's why they might have given up the president's name, because they're like, what are the chances they're going to go arrest the president? But if I give up a cartel person's name, they're going to go find him. So,
yeah, and they say his wife took bribes, so that's where it took bribes to, and they seized. I want to say
bank accounts.
Well, no, they seized truckloads of narcotics in Mexico and in Paris that is being linked to Maduro. Like this, like you said, the discovery and all of this.
Wow.
If the indictment paperwork, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they said it was 30 pages.
25.
A lot.
Yeah.
A whole heap of paperwork that they got to go through. They're gonna, look through, contest, challenge. I'm gonna say the morbid part of this. Trump may not even be alive when this is resolved.
Well, the judge might not be alive.
Also true. Also very much true. We are fighting.
92, I think it was, bro.
Why are you on the bench still?
Bruh,
why are you on the bench?
He taking a light workload or something. You darn right he is.
It's that's got to be it. They're like, you know what? You're just going to do this one case.
He's just doing arraignments. If he's only doing arraignments and he's not hearing cases. But still,
he can't hear no cases, bro.
That's he literally can't hear.
Of you going to court,
Manny.
Outside of having a public defender. The next worst thing might be to get up there in that courthouse and see a judge that old sitting there, because you know good and well he's still looking at you like it's 1930. Like, nah, it ain't
just a good old boy.
Right.
Oh man.
But he made his first appearance, and again, he was very adamant that he was innocent. He was not the man that they're painting him to be. He said, I believe there was a chair between him and his wife. They were able to, read over the things, their indictments and lawyers and what have you. But the thing that was funny to me, well, I'm not going to say funny, I thought was interesting, is it seemed from what they were reporting inside the courthouse, Maduro seemed to be of physical, he wasn't harmed physically, but his wife, I was wondering why in the world did they beat her up so bad that they said that she actually needed medical attention. And I believe they said once they had got on the tarmac and got them to the boat, that they actually took a while medically to examine her because she was having some issues. So, what? And
that's the last thing that's the second to last thing that they want to happen in all this,
bruh. Because they talked about it at the first appearance. What evaluation and what medical attention does she need? And is it just off of her condition already, or is it what was sustained when they went in and captured her and her husband? But I thought also for him to be, pointing out that he is a president of a sovereign nation and she is the first lady, how is that medical attention going to be handled?
I would assume that everything is going to be done super above board.
Nah, they're gonna treat her regular, bro.
I think they're gonna treat her regular
because
too.
if they show any preferential treatment, based off the standard of a dignitary or someone of what they call I've never been in jail, y'all, but I know some terms. But they're special individuals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's another piece of the argument for their lawyers.
Yep.
Like we're getting this special treatment. Like, you need to get the same medical care that
everyone else
inmate is going to receive. Now,
if you acknowledge that from her, then what are you acknowledging as far as what Maduro's saying?
She's attached to him.
Bingo.
And for her to be the first lady, she's married to him. What does that make her? Make him?
Okay. Got it.
So, now they are required to provide medical attention. They are required to tend to her wounds and her injuries. But if they give her upper echelon treatment,
it's going to hurt them.
It's going to hurt them.
And I did hear that they were talking about, as far as the prosecution, that they have to be very delicate with how they handle this, because they could fall into some of those pitfalls if they're not careful. Especially, I think, when they were talking about the handling of his notes, the notes that he has, and depending on how they handle it and the access that he's granted to his notes and his legal counsel, if they're not careful handling it, it could cause them a pitfall in the case that they're building against Maduro. So, this is going to be a very long process.
And he doesn't have, at least at this point, based on what we know, I think he has the same lawyer as Julian Assange. Like, he doesn't have a pushover lawyer.
Yeah.
So
he need to get Brian Steele. Brian Steele, bro. He wait 2 for 2.
Brian Steele definitely 2 for 2 against the Feds.
Bro, he 2 for 2.
Well, he not really 2 for 2 against the Feds. He's like one and one.
One and one and a half.
One and a quarter.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard Trump was talking about his wars, and he was like, I've ended 8 and a quarter. And bro, I gotta find a clip, put it in the group. The way he explained that quarter.
Like, he talking about wars between him and Melania and Barron. That's what he's talking about.
He was sitting there at bath time playing with them little green soldiers on the edge of the tub. Did his sponge bath.
Stop fighting, guys.
Bruh.
But you know what's
Trump head, he think he's Zoran.
Bruh. What's interesting is, and we have to speak on her as this is her last day in Congress. MTG, I don't know if it was national, but she spoke out today, and it was on the television, of course, here in Georgia, and she definitely talked about, or made the emphasis a point of Trump's. And I told y'all last episode, he's a liar. We know that. He, some people call it a salesman. I'm gonna call you a liar. But he talked about and campaigned on less wars and less regime change. And a point that we have not talked about as of yet is how much money is this going to cost? Because this operation in itself was expensive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I already know the answer to that.
Go ahead.
Hella.
And he's going to, a lot of people would tell them that it's going to get paid for by this oil money, the same way that the national debt is going to go down off this tariff money, and y'all going to get this $2,000 check as well as a dividend check.
He better hope the Supreme Court rule in his favor about them tariffs. Oh, it's really going to get sticky.
Again, there's a reason why we don't have free health care in the United States. It's because our military do what it do.
Indeed.
It is our favorite pastime. And I think that's another like strange complexity of all this is like, I think first, going back to what you said earlier, I think first, geez, all these countries are just like, did the U.S. really do this? Mm-hmm. But then you have to think the countries that thought it, that I think thought this are Russia, China, France, India, Saudi Arabia, and I'm going to just say one more random European country. Who's going to stop the U.S.?
First off, before we answer that, I'm sick of France. I am sick of France. Sick and tired of France. France is that old dude that talks about what he used to do and what he used to be back in the day.
Yep.
France ain't did nothing, ain't about nothing.
Ain't did nothing.
I'm sorry.
Shout out to our listeners in France. We
shout out to the listeners. I'm talking about the government.
It ain't personal.
The government. Yeah, the government. Like them blue and white government too.
Yep. But this is going to be interesting how this is handled, and I think that from what we can see, there has been mixed reviews. I think at the time of this recording, I believe that Congress is starting to get, or at least top leadership in Congress is starting to get some briefing on the details.
Republicans.
Oh, is they just okay?
Oh no, Schumer came out and said that he left with more questions than answers.
Yeah, Schumer. Well, Schumer's a question in himself.
He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah,
anyway,
but no, there's continuous statements and reports from Dems in Congress who, first and foremost, were left out in the dark about this. Number one. And like you said, Trump said, no, they talk too much. But also, as things were transpiring and news was starting to roll out, there was more communication with Republican Congress members than Dems. And Dems is like, hey, we still need to know about what's going on. We work here too. And Trump and them is like, you work here, but you ain't down with the crew. So You get what we want to tell you.
He said, I'm going to tell my work friends first.
Right.
Exactly.
And then I'll let you know. You'll find out at the meeting.
Hey, Jeezy, the boss mad today, so, I'm going to let you know first and then let everybody else find out in the meeting.
Yep.
Find out when they get in this all hands meeting.
Y'all find out later. But, the response to this, and I think, Chuck, you hit on it, too, is from an international perspective, a global perspective. There has been mixed reviews globally about what the U.S. has done, but also, here at home, I believe there was some poll that came out that said, I think 42% of people believe that this was the right thing to do, that the U.S. did. 48% thought that it was not. And even more people were confused of what it means, and there's still no clarity in this. We talked about it earlier. What does Trump mean that we're going to run Venezuela? What does that mean? And
I don't think anyone knows. I don't think Venezuela knows. I don't think Trump knows. So the person who needs to know is Marco Rubio, and I think he's the one that's tasked with figuring out what's getting ready to happen.
Then how is this Operation Absolute Resolve?
Because they will absolutely
see what you did there.
They will absolutely resolve this at some point in time in the future that is not today.
This is a TBD.
Yes. But I think truly what they will do is bully old girl, because Trump's little homie thought she was in there. Oh, they picked up a girl.
She did.
I gave him love. I said he can have my Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, I'm in there. Trump said, "Oh no, she ain't got the credentials. She ain't got the credibility. They don't love her. They don't love her like that."
I don't even think it's the credibility. I think it was one of those. She still got the award. Yeah, for me.
Oh, of course, but I'm just saying, when he was like, "Oh, they don't love her in the streets," like,
that's
how you know?
Yeah,
he been on there. He been in the streets. We said it earlier. Trump got street cred, man.
He said, "Oh, they don't respect her enough in Venezuela."
Bro, how you know Trump?
Because he know, man. He know. He runs the Western Hemisphere. He be knowing.
This is my ish, and I run it.
Well, at any rate, this is going to definitely continue to pile up and be interesting how this goes forward and when this gets handled, because there is so much that is so many layers to this that have to be peeled back, and how the U.S. responds, what this court proceeding will look like. Well, I mean, there's just so much that's going on, and for this to be the first week of 2026. I hope this is no indication of what the year will look like. But, bruh,
and listeners, look, this was big enough of an event where we would have come back and done a special episode had this happened in the middle of the week.
Yep.
But it was New Year's, and we were still on vacation, and it was 47 hours. We took Monday off so we could see everything play out from the trial for all this.
Yep.
Because I think even now, no one really exactly knows what's going to happen.
The shamans.
Okay. Yes.
Shamans.
I forgot about the Peruvian shamans. Apparently, next up is Trump getting gravely ill, if I remember.
That's next on their vision board before 2026. Hey, bro, the jokers before 2026 rolled in. They said Maduro was out of there and Trump was going to get gravely ill.
I mean,
he
is getting grayscale on his hands, so he's been leaning forward a lot more than usual.
And at that presser, he sounded like he had some coal in his chest.
Look, and a couple of times he was looking, that face was looking a little slumped back there while they were talking. Bro, how you do the most talking at a press conference and then you stand back there and want to be tired? We still here because you took so long to talk. This could have been a 35-minute press conference had you shut up 45 minutes ago.
Right.
And he got to be active and talking to stay awake. That's what it is.
That's the only thing, bro.
As soon as it gets still, no matter if it's standing or sitting.
That battery starts dropping.
We all know when you at a certain age, man, you get still long enough.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I was about to talk about my grandma, but I ain't gonna do that.
Well, I think at any rate, we're going to be talking about this for quite some time over different episodes within season 3. But I do want to say this is our topic for this episode. But I will say for a pickle, we got your pickle. We're gonna keep it short.
God dang, G.
At Cuba,
Cuba, Greenland.
And look, and all I'm gonna say, Cuba. All I'm gonna say, Cuba. At Cuba. All right now, and I don't know if y'all seen, but homeboy at Cuba got out there talking greasy today. He just started throwing that word coward around, brother. He throw that word coward around. Come get me. All right.
Don't say
nothing. As big as Venezuela now.
Hey, look, you ain't
a whole lot closer.
And you a whole lot closer. Y'all, hey, you better be quiet.
But we don't even have to realign resources.
Hey, look, wait.
Just ride by.
Nope.
Hey, send the group from South Carolina.
Bro, they're gonna do an Uber ride share.
Bro.
Do a ride share. We're gonna pick you up on the way there too. Just meet us at this point. We're gonna pick all y'all up. But Cuba, I ain't gonna say too much about you being a pickle, but just chill out.
Hey,
get you a little warm right now.
They really be doing it out here.
They're coming there and scoop you up. We got a nice little Airbnb for you waiting right here in the States.
I got a pickle spear. Our international travel. It's in the pickle right now, bro.
We not going to be able to go anywhere.
We're going to have to travel. I seen somebody that was I can't remember which country they were from, but they said, I never understand why Americans like to travel internationally because the United States is so big. You can go to different parts of it and feel like you're in different parts of the country. And I was like, yeah, no. But now I think I'm going to have to start telling myself that lie. I'm going to have to go to Arizona and that like
Wyoming.
Look.
In Greece.
Right at this point,
go to Manny's home. Go to Colorado and tell myself I'm in the Himalayas.
Bro, yep. Right at this point, we ain't be able to go outside. We ain't gonna be able to go outside, bro. We ain't be able to go outside at this rate. I can't tell you because the temperature getting too hot out in the streets, man. And maybe this is what Trump wants. Maybe this is a make America first. We just stay in America.
Make America first. First and the only place you can go to. Hey, I know we about to get out of here, but did you see what department was that lady in? Oh my God, I can't remember. But she was talking about she was being interviewed, and they were like, so the special privileges, special admission, whatever the proper term is, for Venezuelans that are here in America. So, how's that going to go with their access? She was like, oh, you talking about Chrissy Nolan? It might have been her blonde hair. Yeah. She said, oh, they can go home now. Bro. I seen that. I said, yep. Gonna send y'all right on back home. They ain't getting no protection over here. They don't need that special access anymore. They can go home now. They can go home. I said, God.
Do what you need to do.
Which is wild because after I seen that clip, a few clips later, I seen where they were like talking about some of the things that Maduro has done in Venezuela, and bro,
it's wild.
Bro, they had a protest. Homie rolled up. They had a protest going on, bro. Homie rolled up with 2 armored trucks, bro, just started running over folks. I was like,
and they took everybody guns,
bro. Wow.
Oh, y'all can't have no guns.
They have no guns.
It tracks via the dictators we would go take out to also get oil.
Bro.
This fits the mold. This fits the mold of what we do.
If you Maduro, if you got anything that you want to tell the people, I would say you can contact us here at the pod, but I think the streets are a little hot, so you might have to go another round. We don't accept collect calls. Our doors don't swing on them type of welcoming hinges.
I mean, but if you want to do a live interview, we are interested in hosting that with you in concerts. and concerts with several media companies to help broadcast it.
Bro.
No! All we got to do is put it out there that we have an exclusive interview and show proof. Oh, it'll take off.
Boy, the way them doors, the way them feds gonna be beating on our doors, bro, and throwing them flashbangs in, bro.
Sir, it's new.
It'll be broadcast on YouTube, bro.
We gonna have to go live just to make sure, bro. So the mass can see. Look, bro, we just trying to get the information out to the people. But certainly, man, I got a feeling, and I hate to say it, but
it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long year.
This ain't it. Hey, we ain't stopping here, bro.
It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long year.
Mexico. All right, now.
Greenland.
Greenland.
All right.
That press conference said, we need it for national security.
Bruh.
Period.
We need it. Ain't no reason. Ain't gonna tell you why. We need it.
We need it.
Here's the question I'll leave our listeners with. Where is Josias Daniels Vance Seeley Kirk?
Bruh.
Cleaning that stuff off his house from being vandalized.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Somewhere away from his wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
That woman looks so stressed.
Bruh. And before we leave, I gotta say this, bro.
We done did a black church goodbye. All right.
Look, I got to say this, bro. The Minnesota Mongoose, you let me down, bro.
Hey,
bro.
He taking a mean L, bro.
If we was gonna do a spotlight, that was gonna be my spotlight. It was gonna be part of my spotlight, bro.
Come on, Minnesota Mongoose.
I mean,
that child fraud eating him up, bro.
Eating him up,
bro.
But imagine had he been vice president in this.
Bro, I thought about that today. I said, yo.
Hey, sir.
Here you might.
Can you come in here and have a conversation with me? And bring your bag.
Made me think who was a part of the vetting process for Harris.
But see, we about to go, so I ain't even gonna get into that with this whole fraud thing because
Anyways, yep. Well,
bro, they said that Somalian man was up there talking about that fraud had them chrome heart.
And them chrome heart glasses on. They broke it to his daycare and stole that paperwork.
Bro, and then they had the other girl that admitted to the fraud, and then she just froze up.
Anyway, listeners,
listen, he should have got somebody else to have that press conference. Because, bro, you not gonna convince those people with broken English and chrome heart.
You're not.
Nope.
Glasses. They don't believe you.
All I saw was fraud, and I ain't even hear nothing you said. I just seen the clip.
All I saw was an email that says, "I am a prince, and I need you to send me money so I can give you millions of dollars."
Hey man, y'all stop coming to America and scamming, man. Stop coming over here committing fraud, man.
But I don't even think it. Okay, yeah, man.
Anyway,
I'm trying to throw that alley.
We're gonna wrap it up for today.
I will believe that they eating cats and dogs in the streets before I believe they are the largest proprietors of fraud in child care services.
Oh, fact.
In Minnesota,
absolutely.
Fact.
In Minnesota, like.
Any of y'all want to clear y'all name in Minnesota, you can hit the pod up and we can go from there. But to our listeners, this is episode 1 of season 3.
Episode 1. Oof.
And we don't know where this year is going to go, but it seems like it's already off to a rocket start. So
just buckle up.
We got Wayne's in the bag. We got a full bar. Get whatever you want. Make yourself comfortable. Enjoy the ride as we take season 3, and hopefully we all make it to the end in one piece.
Yep.
All brothers, all hearts and minds clear. Everybody
all
good?
Hearts and minds clear.
We thank you, listeners, for listening, tuning in to season 3, episode 1. We hope this episode finds you in great spirit, and we will see you at the next episode. Take care, world.
Peace.